Okay, today we are dealing with this type of AC and good stuff. We got this type is Islander refrigeration, and it's basically commercial. I don't know if they use them residential, but this is a commercial job, and every information that comes with it's right there up here. So the problem we're having is somehow the unit would not turn on, and you see that little display screen right here. So when your unit, everything is working good and you turn it on, you should see a code that says once you turn it on and it kicks in, you will see 8.8. It will flash maybe a second and then goes away, and the display will just look just the way it is. But you have to see that code 8.8. If you don't see that code, so which means something is going on. It's either with your motherboard, as far as your power supply board, or your transformer. So we're gonna get to that point in a minute. So before you get to that, today's area, there's a cover that you have to take off first, which is this cover right here. So once you take that cover off out of the way, and that's the same area where you got your filter. Okay, so just a couple screws around the top and at the bottom that you just take off and take that cover. And for this case, that's where everything's at. Your power supply board and the little screen. There's a little square board under the power supply board, and then your transformer is right there in some of the parts. So to get access to this case right here, there's a screw right there. Take the screws off, and there's another screw over here. You take that off, then all you do, you just pry that, then you would have everything looking just like this. Now this is your transformer right here, and then this is your power supply board. Get a little light here. This is your power supply board. Underneath your power supply board, there's a little board that I mentioned earlier for your display screen. So, and then of course, before you even thinking about doing what I'm showing you, make sure your unit is unplugged. This is where my plug's at. I mean, my socket as far as for the plug, and this is where my plug's at. So, make sure if you have a situation where the unit is not running, or you can hear the condenser or the evaporator motor is running, but as far as the fan is not running and your compressor is not kicking, and you just hearing some kind of rumbling noise as far as a motor is running, but your fan of course is not running, because you can hear if the fan is running, it's blowing, but of course something's wrong with it. And first thing you would do, come here, unplug it, And of course, you can go to the thermostat and go ahead and turn your thermostat off and turn it back on. Let me go ahead and show you that real quick. I'm going to leave that hanging for a minute. So you can come right here and go to the thermostat off and then turn it back to on and trying to find out if the thermostat is communicate with the unit itself. But make sure when you're doing that, make sure you let the unit plug to the socket so the unit is on, and you're trying to see whether or not if the thermostat is communicate to the unit. If the thermostat is not communicate to the unit, so therefore now you turn your thermostat off, now you go back to the unit. So of course now you're back to the unit. So a lot of time what's going on with the unit is your transformer is basically done short out. So what you're gonna do is to make sure that your transformer is short out, that you want to make sure to manually you're gonna bypass the thermostat. Okay, now if you have warranty on the unit, please don't do this. Just call your warranty people and they're gonna send a technician out here and do it for you. But if you do not have warranty and you want to figure things out just a little bit before you go deeper, if you can do it, just go ahead and try to help yourself. But if you cannot do it, call a professional or somebody that's a little bit knowledgeable and to help you. So with all that being said is, do not burn your appliance or burn your house or hurt yourself. So you're gonna go ahead and turn the unit off, unplug the unit, okay, and then you're gonna come over here after you done unplug the unit. You got the yellow button and you have the black one. You're gonna turn both of them to off position. After you're gonna turn them off and then unplug the unit just like this. Now both of them is actually on off position. So once you unplug it from the socket, you're gonna unplug it and then you're gonna turn this two switch on position. The reason why you're doing it, you're basically draining excess power from the system. You're gonna leave it for at least from 30 seconds, at least from 30 seconds and more. So once you do that, you're gonna turn them back off, okay, without plugging the unit on. The unit will still be unplugged. Once the unit is unplugged, after 30 to more than 40 seconds, okay, you're gonna plug the unit back on the wall, back to the socket, okay. Then you're gonna make sure, now this thing I'm holding right here will be still plugging. You're not gonna have access to that yet. You're gonna do that before you decided to take these screws out and then trying to get access in here. This is the first thing you're gonna do because you're trying to find out whether or not if your transformer is short out. Unplug it, turn the yellow and the black switches basically on position, wait for 30 to 40 seconds or more, turn the yellow and the black switches to off position, and then go back and plug the unit back to your socket. Once you plug it back, turn both switches on position. Once you turn both switches on position, this is your main thing you're gonna have to keep an eye on as you're doing that. If you don't see 8.8 as far as the code flashes here as the unit turning on, you don't hear the fan kicks on as you seen this thing 8.8 flashing. So 99.9% is your transformer done short out. Okay, once if you hear your fan motor kicks on and the unit is running, but somehow you didn't see anything on the display, so therefore your display board that's under the power supply board done short out. As long as your unit is running, so your problem is the minor problem, just the little display board that's under this board right here, the little square thing done short out. But if after you did what I just told you and you don't hear nothing, you're gonna hear a sound like a rumbling sound, like something is on, but it won't be the fan, because you know when the fan is blowing, and it won't be the compressor, because you can tell when the compressor just kicks in. You don't see the display as far as the code 8.8 flash from the screen. So therefore 99.9%, a good percentage, this is your problem right there. If after you replace the transformer, the problem still, and nothing happened, so therefore your power supply, good chances your power supply done short out. And then this is how you continue going deeper. You start with the basics first before you can go actually deeper. But a lot of time with these units, your transformer will short out, and there's a fuse right here. So make sure, like I'm saying, you check that fuse. Okay? If after you check your transformer and let's say you replace the transformer, you got a brand new transformer, and still you don't have power here, test that fuse right there in the center where that little plastic thing is on it. There you go, right there, that little blue thing. Make sure you test that fuse.